Now, I have been using eToro for quite some time now, and overall I do like the platform, but there are some things that I wish I knew before I signed up. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 big things that you need to consider before you take the leap and sign up with eToro. There are many misconceptions with this platform, from day trading to copy trading, earning passive income, and there's even some issues with the platform itself. So I want to give you the whole truth and nothing but the truth from my own individual experience. Now, as a disclaimer, I am a popular investor and an affiliate of eToro itself, but these are some big issues that you should consider. And the first one is that you need to know that eToro is not free trading. In fact, no broker actually offers free trading. Platforms like eToro and this new free trading investment app Craze do offer lower fees than the traditional brokers like Saxo Bank, but nothing in life is completely free. eToro state on their website there is no commission for buying and selling a stock, which is actually true, but there is something called a market spread. Now, as you can see here, this difference in spread does vary on which asset you're looking at, how volatile it is, and how liquid it is. Now, eToro and other brokers who have this spread option do go out their way to make it as complicated as possible and really should simplify the process for its users. I do not know if this is because it's too variant in nature or it's a complicated formula, but they should really look at figuring out a way to make it easier to understand, especially for novice investors. Now, to hammer this point home so you can get an indication of what this spread and cost to you will be, you can see the live pricing here on TradingView compared to what you can buy it for on eToro. These have been recorded side by side, and this difference in spread is what you can expect to get the stock for. Although it is not a direct charge by eToro, nonetheless it is a difference in price on what you're going to pay for said asset. Now, before we move on to point number 2, I do still want to say that eToro, in terms of this spread, is still relatively cheap compared to its peers. All of these commission-free investing apps usually have a spread, and from what I have found, eToro still has one of the best if you're looking at buying ETFs and stocks. Now, at the end of this video, if you decide eToro is still worth a try, there is an affiliate link down on the pinned comment, and if you sign up with that link, you will get a free lifetime pass to my Discord community where I talk about investing and personal finances on a daily basis. Now, moving on to the second thing you need to know about eToro, and this is again pretty much the same with every investing platform, is you have limited research. Now, what I mean by this is you already need to have a feel for what stock you actually want to buy on the platform before you use their features to actually research it. There is a stock screener on eToro, but I'll be honest with you, it is very limited, and looking for a new stock that you've never heard of that could be a bargain is very hard to find. To get to the screener, you have to go to Discover, then click on Trending, and then Filters, and you will see you have limited options, which are kind of complicated, and some of these options just don't function correctly. In this filter, you have price in there, which I think is pointless because you can buy fractional shares these days, you have market cap, and so on and so forth, but you do not have things like free cash flow and things that I would say are vital if you're looking to find an under-the-radar investment. To me, I think eToro has just made a very bad attempt at doing this, and it would probably be better if they just didn't have this feature. If you want a free stock screener, I would strongly recommend getting TradingView, as this is what I've been used for my side-by-side comparisons. There is a free option and a paid option, and there's a link for that also in my description. It's an absolute ball ache moving between platform to platform, I understand, but again, most brokers are brokers, they're not investment research platforms, so you have to take this for what it is. If eToro sees this video, and I hope they do, they should really look at getting a better screener because it would encourage people to find their own stocks rather than use one algorithm pushing stocks that they feel are popular down their throat. Again, most brokers suck at offering decent data. It's not just an eToro problem, but I do hope they address it and it would help them claim dominance within this marketplace. Now, the third thing that you need to know is that copy trading and the copy portfolios are not for everybody, and it is definitely not a way to get rich. I have people copying my own portfolio. So I uniquely get to see both sides of the spectrum. People get excited, they sign up and copy me, invest for 8 days, and then realize they're not a trillionaire and then just stop copying. All they've lost there is that spread I was talking about earlier, and they need to give it time. Now, that said, I don't want you to go and copy me. For me, copy trading is an extremely cool gimmick, but you should only do it if you are willing to commit to what that person says in their bio. For example, on my only public portfolio on eToro, I say that you need to be copying me for 5 years and be willing to invest $200 every single month, because it is part of a challenge that I have on this channel. That is the goal of this account. If you cannot commit for 5 years and you cannot put in $200 a month, just don't copy it. It's that simple. Because what will happen is you're going to want to get rich quicker and think that this is true passive income. And if that is the case and you want that, just go and buy a total market ETF like the VOO or the SPY or whatever it is and just invest into that instead. Now, point number 4 is a big one. Day trading. I day trade from time to time, but it's definitely not on eToro. First up, day trading requires a hell of a lot of skill. And if you're unwilling to study for 10,000 hours before learning and putting any money on the line, don't do it. You have literally zero chance of success. There is many people selling day trading courses, and I'll tell you blunt right now, not many people, even who sell the courses, make money. But that said, if you are still going down that route, I wouldn't advise using eToro for it, because eToro has limited stock screeners, limited data, and the spreads on the platform are just going to eat into that daily volatility you need as a day trader. eToro for day trading is just far from the best option. eToro's platform, in my opinion, is better suited to long-term novice investors who want to kind of set it and forget it. Now that brings me perfectly onto point number 5, and that is eToro's social aspect and community walls, where you can go in and directly communicate with other investors. Now, this is a personal preference, but many other users have this problem too, and that is, it's toxic. And I mean toxic majority of the time. The problem is, with social media, and eToro is offering an aspect of that, people confuse their opinion with fact. And then it causes arguments, and if you're not with me, you're against me, and there's a lot of hate on there. But it's even worse because there's money on the line, and then your decisions can be influenced, especially if you're a new investor. And by this, I mean with copy traders too. So if you are taking part in the social aspect, it's cool to engage and talk about stocks and grow your knowledge. I'm with you on that, but just take it all with a pinch of salt, because remember, most people lose money in the market. So if you think like that, most posts on eToro are most probably wrong. Now, I do love eToro. It's super easy to use, super easy to deposit, and get started with your investing journey. I use it as a place to kind of deposit, set it and forget it whenever I see an opportunity, because it doesn't take long to deposit and make an actual trade. Now, remember, if you do want to sign up and get access to my chat room, there's a link for it down in the pinned comment. And if you want to see more about eToro, there's a playlist dedicated here.